Hey there, kids! Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I'm your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It is, what is today? Wednesday. It's Wednesday, you fuckers. It's Wednesday. I'm tired as shit. Not gonna lie. Exhausted. I have been, working on this damn store since 4 o'clock this morning. And I'm like this close. This close. That close. So, yeah. Anywho. So, we'll continue on the Shiki tonight. But before we do, make sure that you saw the question of the day. What's a hobby technique you were really scared about? But then after you tried it, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. For me, resin casting. Yeah, for me it was resin casting. Because, I mean, there's, you know, obviously an investment, upfront investment of, for the, the materials and things like that, and all that good stuff. And, yeah, I was just, I was afraid I was going to fuck it up. But then once I did it, a few times, yeah, it was just like, okay, this is not that bad. One of the good resources that I always kind of refer back to for beginners is, what is it? What are they called? The Suku Scratch build, whatever. They put it all together. It was Dengeki Hobby, and they put it all together in the Gundam Scratch Build manual, and then also the sequel, Gundam Scratch Build Manual Strikes Back. Both of these are wonderful resources, by the way, if you can find them. From what I understand, they're a bit hard to find. I don't know. I haven't gone looking for them because, well, I have them. But these are great. Even if you're like a beginner, these are great. 100% awesome. You can use skills in here, even if you're just starting out. And they're a wonderful, wonderful resource to refer back to when you start to get a little bit better and stuff like that. Just amazing, amazing techniques. This is where I learned a lot of advanced stuff. Right here, these two books. These are great, 100%. So yeah, I mean, if you can find them, man, they're worth their weight in gold. So don't be afraid to spend some money on them because they're really good, really, really good. But yeah, resin casting. For me, it was resin casting. So, and also, while you're online looking for things to buy, it wouldn't be bad if you picked up some. Heyo. Anyway, all right. So with that being said, let's get into this. Let's get caught up with the chat first, then we'll jump over to the Shiki and start working on that, yeah? Let's see. Yeah. Fuck Gunjap. He's a jerk off. He is, don't ever go to his website or like any of his shit. He's a fucking jerk off. Don't do that. Don't do that. The other one, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of him. But Gunjap, he's a fucking tool. My God. Yeah, he's an absolute tool. Anywho, Bill is here. Brandon, Burke, Mr. Drunken Barbarian Workshop. Let's see. Didn't fall asleep. I will fall asleep after the stream, probably very quickly, but not before. Not before. Let's see. Mikey Dawson's with us. Mikey just got a certification at work and he got promoted. So everybody give a round of applause to Mikey. Good job, Mike. Congratulations, buddy. Blaze is with us. He's the newest member to our little channel. So Blaze, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That was a very nice thing to see. Yep, I'm here. Let's see. Bill answered the question of the day. He says, even as a kid, I was mixing up parts of G.I. Joes. So swapping parts or cutting plastic never really fazed me. Now mixing and trying to sculpt epoxy putty, that made me nervous. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. He says, since we have the countdown and the music going, oh yeah, no, yeah, it's something I definitely have to do. It's not all by itself. I wish I had like one of those like AI avatars to just kind of interact with you guys, like when I'm just dead tired. That would be really good, but c'est la vie. Burke says, question of the day, plot plating. Blech. Plot plating. Turns out not that bad. Plot plating. Burke, we're gonna learn you. We're gonna learn you. Mikey says, have to use the back handles of my nippers to even move the swivel of these hip joints to the perfect grade new. Oof, they're hella tight. Yeah, don't stress them too much. You don't want to break them. My God. That would be bad. Let's see. Todd is with us. Mr. Mad Havoc. Hello. How is everyone? We're doing good. Mr. Gizmo. What's going on there, Jonathan? Mr. Lelouch. Mr. Brian is with us. Hello, gents. Blaze answered the question of the day. He said, I'd have to say adding extra details like plot plate. Blech. Or scribing. Always worried that would make sense. What makes sense in my head won't make sense in the next guy. You know, the cool thing about all of this is that you don't necessarily have to worry so much about the next guy, you know? Because, you know, you have to think about it this way. You're not going to please everybody, right? And if you try to, it'll just end up being average. Be divisive with some of your decisions. It's okay. Simply because, I mean, you look at something like my build, the Ozymandias, right? Some people loved the head, while other people fucking hated it. And you know what? It's cool that they hated it. I loved it. So, you know, it's just there. You know, I'm not necessarily building to please the masses. I'm building to please myself, right? So, yeah. Don't worry so much about the next guy, Blaze. Don't worry so much about the next guy. Worry about what you like. Yeah. Yep. Worry about what you like. That's the most important thing. Jonathan answered the question of the day. Reverse wash. Ooh, okay. Was scared that I would have messed up and ruining the gold I painted on first by removing the black paint. Yeah, yeah. I totally get that. I've actually never done a reverse wash. Mainly because I'm completely fucking sadomasochistic and I fucking masking tape every little bit. So yeah, I've never actually done a reverse wash. It'd probably make me nervous too, being honest about it. Brian, Mr. Lelouch, he says, question of the day, painting. I always thought I'd have trouble with it after constantly hearing people saying they had to strip it countless times. Good prep, good work goes a long way. Oh my God, preach. Preach. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Prep work is everything. Prep work is everything. Burke says, reverse wash. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it is a good one. That is a good one, right? Bill says, Michael, would sanding help or what? If they're too tight, then they run the risk of causing stress and possibly breaking. Yeah, that would be bad, right? Especially on a $700 model? Fuck. No, sir. Let's see. Handren's with us. Greetings and salutation. Handren, howdy. Let's see. Mikey says, I'm not sure if I can take the parts apart. Oh, shit. Buddy. What are we doing? Wow. We don't give an F. LOL. Oh. Well. My stars. I am personally offended by that. My goodness. Matt Avick says, holy, right? Mr. Greek Knockos, Charles, he's over there on Twitch. He says, the question of the day, rescribing. It wasn't as tedious as I thought it would be. Almost Zen-like. Right? Scribing, you gotta, when you get into scribing, even just rescribing the lines, you get into like a zone, right? Where you're just so focused on it, the whole world just kind of melts away, right? It's good stuff. So yeah, it is very Zen-like, very, very Zen-like. Berg says websites are exhausting. I feel you there. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Bill says, I still have no first-hand experience with resin casting, so I will cross that bridge when I try it. Yeah. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It depends on the part that you're casting, obviously. And like I said, the one big thing about it is you have to know how the air is going to flow out of your mold. You know, that's the most important thing. So if you think about it in terms of like water flow or air flow for that matter, I guess would be better, right? You have to think about, you know, how little air bubbles can catch in certain places of the mold, right? So you have to orient your piece before you pour that mold correctly so all of that air escapes. So yeah, that's the biggest thing about resin casting, in my opinion, is knowing how to orient the piece so that air flows out. So toughest part. That's the toughest part. Todd says his answer would be building a wood-burning homemade clock in high school. I thought I would catch the wood on fire. Nice. Nice. Berg says, I found both manuals in PDF. Okay, cool. Todd says, and the clock didn't turn out right. Oh, womp womp. Khalif is with us over there on YouTube. He answered the question of the day. He says, for me, it was paint ratios. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. But once I understood to look for the milk consistency, there we go, it wasn't as hard as I thought. Yeah, I mean, and that's the main thing, right? Is the milk consistency. And I don't know why. I like doing that. I don't know why. It's just, I think I'm gonna do, like when somebody says like pla plate or some shit or some, you know, whack ass saying or something, I think I'm just gonna reach out into the fucking over the air and just beat the crap out of you. So I'm gonna do that from now on. I kind of like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm so tired right now. I'm just a little goofy. Anyway, Handren says got the second part on the Mandarake a couple of years ago, and the first volume PDF can be found free online. Yeah, Just don't get it from Gunjab. Please don't. He's such a jerk off. My God, that guy. That's a long story. Whatever. Dave B's with us. What's going on, Dave B? Says, answers question of the day. For me, it was both airbrushing and resin casting, right? Oh my God. Julius, stop it! Stop that! Gunplas, stop it! Gunplas, freedom. Get out of here. I don't know why, but that shit just seems funny to me. Oh, man. Anyway, Gio's with us. He says, hello, everyone. No painting today. I still got a few parts on the real grade tall geese to sand. After the tall geese, I will paint another master grade. Man, Gio, the rosette came out real nice. Very clean. If you missed it, Gio posted it in the community. So good stuff there. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jonathan says, oh boy, I just did a search, found one on eBay for $205. The fuck? Holy crap, man. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy, dude. Let's see. Anyway, Burke says, "Oh, congrats, Mike's. Yeah, whoop whoop, Mike. Yeah, there we go. It should be easy to find online. Somebody has uploaded it there. You just don't gun jab yet." Todd says, "Congrats." Mikey says, "Thanks, guys." Brandon, life be lifing. Got to take off. Might be back. If not, night, guys. Miss you all. Haha. Brandon, take care, buddy. Take care, man. I know life be life, and trust me, I know. Hendren says, love me some... God damn it. Stop that! You damn kids. Jesus. It's like... it's like an old granny, like... Get off my lawn! You know what I mean? Shit's just funny to me. I don't know why. Anyway, Mikey says it's not learn, it's leer, like all those leering centers. Oh, was there like a misspelling on it or something that I missed? I don't know. Anyway, Gary, throwing up the Mecha Army. What's going on, Gary? Good to see you, buddy. Henry says you need to make a t-shirt that says it's not plow place, it's styrene sheets, damn it. Right? Yeah, but see, it would be such an inside joke. Burke says, I think it's time to get a book made about all the terms and names that make Tim puke. Wow. I mean, it doesn't make me puke, but I'm just saying, you know. It's just pet peeves is all. Pet peeves. Henry says, haha, right? Yeah, it's hot. LOL. There you go, yeah. Gio answered the question of the day. He says, doing any kind of cutting parts other than cutting parts from the runners. Gotcha. So yeah, so like basically like cutting in to make custom parts and stuff like that. Yeah, that can be super, super nerve-wracking, right? Because you spent all this money on a kit and you're not really sure if what you're about to do is going to fuck it up royally or not, right? So yeah, that is super daunting. So I totally get that. I was right there with you. When I started modifying the Sinanju Stein, I mean, that's a $70 plus model. That's not a cheap model, right? So when I started like cutting into the damn thing, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here, you know, I don't know about this, but yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it. Blaze says, yeah, these days I've realized my style lends itself to things looking a little more realistic. So I do hard points for transport or recovery and stuff I'm happy with. Nice. See, I like that. I like that. Yeah, you got to find kind of your own style, your own niche, right? And that's a big thing. That's a big thing. So once you find that and you kind of embrace it and lean into it, Yeah, you're good to go. You're good to go. Julius, hello everyone. What'd I miss? Oh, not much. Not much. Just answering questions of the day and just hitting people over the goddamn head. That's not going to get old anytime soon. I'm going to tell you that right now, you guys. That's not going to get old. Burke says, question.
We have a question.
How would you static plate or paint to make it seem like static plating? Huh? I'm kind of lost on that one, Burke. Static plating? I don't get it. What expound for me? I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll come back to that. I don't know. Let's see. Henry says there is only the first volume is PDF. Oh, hi, Craig. Hi, Craig's friend. That's a little Project Hail Mary reference if you don't know. Now you know. Anyway, what's going on, Colin? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see. Bill says, Hendren, I think I found both manuals on Internet Archive. Ooh, see, there we go. He says, I do have the second volume, secondhand, off of Mandarake, which still looks great. Yeah, Mandarake. You can find some gold on Mandarake, right? Find some gold. Anyway, Dave B says, yeah, with resin casting, you're fighting air bubbles. Yeah. With 3D resin printing, you're fighting layer lines. Both are challenging. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. Gary says, more of them plot plating slaps on... Jesus. Okay. You know what, Gary? You know what? You get the bigger one. Stop that! Stop it! Yeah, Julius. Gunplay's freedom. You quit it too. Jesus. LOL visual, right? Chart Twins is with us. What's up, dude? What's up, guys? He says, good to see you, buddy. Bill says, remember, kids, Gundam is freedom. So don't be afraid to put plot plate on your Gundam. Gundam, right? Gary says, more and harder, Tim. Plot plate slaps. My God. Let's see. Todd says, I tested out the latest markers I got, and they are all metallic. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Yeah, them plot plates are Gundamming, right? Yeah. Kelvin, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting for a hello. Well, hello. You got one. Jesus, what a night. Let's see. Jonathan says, oh, the plot plate thing with Tim is like Dan, who would go crazy when I would mess with him on how he hated someone saying decals as decals. Yeah, oh, I remember that. Yeah. Dan would, one of those Gundam guys, he would go fucking crazy if somebody said decals, right? Now, mind you, the pronunciation of decals is different all over the world. From what I understand, you Canadians, and Todd maybe can confirm or deny this. From what I understand, a lot of Canadians say decals. I know in England, it's very, very deep into decal territory. Yeah, decals. Oh my God, that brings back some memory, Jonathan. Holy shit. Todd says, Tim, I sent you pics of the new markers I got last month. If you can show them on stream. Let's take a looky look, shall we? What do we got here from Mr. Todd? Let's see. Gundam markers set metallic. Heyo. Let me move that. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go camera 2. All right, so here we go. This is what Todd sent us here. Yeah, Gundam metallic marker set 2. Yeah. Okay. And then there's a kind of close up. Oh yeah, look at the flake in there. Especially that silver there, right? It's hard to tell on the photo, obviously. But yeah, you can definitely tell that there's a lot of flake in that silver there, right? Yeah. Good deal. All right. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. All right. Get the phone plugged back in. Let's go back to camera 1 while we catch up with things. Hendren says, like that guy on HLJ YouTube. Gun. Damn. Big Terp. He's answered the question of the day. He says, not Gundam, but tank tracks. Oh, shit. Yeah, right? Mind you, I've never done a tank track, or tank for that matter. But seeing, especially like the individual tread that you have to put together and all that, holy crap, man. Yeah. Yeah. Gary says, question of the day, answer, if skill or experience were no issue, what profession would you secretly love to try? Other than gunpla-ing, Tim, we know you are skillful on it. Huh. If skill or experience were no issue, what profession would you secretly love to try? Definitely woodworking. Yeah. Like, I would love to have, like, a huge-ass, like, workshop with, you know, big old benches and one of those big, like, sliding table saws that you see some of these dudes have in, like, you know, commercial shops and stuff like that. And, you know, of course, all the power tools, you know, all the good stuff, you know. But, yeah. You know, I would love to make, like, furniture and stuff like that. Oh, dude, yeah. I was always an avid watcher of New Yankee Workshop. So, yeah, dude. I loved that when I was a kid. And I just watched it. Like, seeing, you know, Norm Abrams, he was the host, build all that shit. Oh my God. That was great. It was great. And he would always tell you, you know, remember, wear your safety glasses. Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Bill says, I think you need to define what you mean by static plating. Yeah. Blaze says, does he mean like powder coating or electric plating? Yeah, right? Let's see. Big Terp. General query. Is old Vallejo Model Air a total pain to use since it clogs extra easily? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. And it's also extremely, extremely fragile. It's only really good for, like, static models. Like, things that don't move. Like, tanks, planes, you know, traditional models, things like that. For Gunpla and, you know, articulated things, it's doo-doo. Toss it. All right, so Burke says, so there was a website that we talked about a while ago that you can send your model in and they would static or, electroplate your parts or runners. Everyone said, why would you do that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the dude, okay. Geo, here we go, buddy. Yeah, so, yeah, okay. So basically that was a post on one of the Gundam groups on Facebook, and the guy was like flexing. You know, he bought the Perfect Grade Unleashed new, and then he sent it off to get electroplated. And basically he spent like, what was it, Gio? Like another basically double the price. I think it was like another 700, 750, and then another 50 to get shipped back or something like that. So yeah, it was like $1,600 all totaled. And I commented on it as just like, spend $1,600 or learn how to paint. You know, it's one of those things. From my experience and from what I know, there's no good way to make it look like something is truly plated. I mean, you can come close, but you're just never going to get that truly plated look, like electroplated look, right? You know, because that's a whole different process. You know, the mirror finish and all of that. It's just, yeah, you're just not going to achieve that same level with paint. And if somebody can, then they're way beyond, you know, my pay grade at that point. So, yeah. Gary says, I got the bigger slabs. Jesus. Bill says, old Vallejo Model Air needs a flow improver when you thin it, in my opinion. Well, without a doubt, but shit, it'd be halfway in the garbage, honestly, for me. Burke says, we could all just paint it to have that effect. Why would you send your PG new for double the price? I went, what, you can paint that effect? Yeah. Todd says, let there be jokes for plate. Yeah, for real, right? Bill says, gotcha, you want to know how to simulate electroplating. Yeah. Let's see. Julia says, I'm just gonna put it out there now. Child of Mecha Army group Japan trip in 2029 for the 50th anniversary of Gundam Anime. My daughter, wife, and I are planning on going. Oh shit, that would be dope as fuck to go, right? Hopefully for that, hopefully Bandai will pay for my trip. Because that'll be right around GBWC, you know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully Bandai will be paying for my trip. Fingers crossed, right? Anyway, Burke says, yeah, where I come from, they call it static plating. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. Blaze says, watch enough F1 and you get used to decal, right? Yeah. It's all, you know, it's all the English. They're all like decals, yeah. Todd says Canadian accents, LOL. Burke says, I will say the GX Silver / Chrome is really good. That gun damn good, sir, right? Let's see, Gary says, catch you guys later. Gary, take care, buddy. Take care. Bill says, personally, I would put down a layer of chrome or high sheen silver, then a light misting of metallic gold, then some clear candy yellow. Yeah. Todd says they make, I guess they make a metallic shine, or they metallic shine to them, have a metallic shine to them, and my camera didn't pick it up. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty normal for cameras, unfortunately. Gun plotting, LOL. Char Twins, the Zaku tank is like that, Tim, haven't gotten that far in the build yet. Oh, okay, gotcha. Burke says, so Tim wants Adam Savage Workshop. No, Adam Savage's Workshop, no, mind you, Adam Savage's Workshop is really cool. It's really cool, but it's very cramped. If you've ever seen videos of him kind of doing a pan around and everything, like, it's super cramped. I want, like, a wide expanse, like a little warehouse kind of thing, you know? Big Terp says, New Yankee Workshop is evil. Norm always lulled folks into woodworking dreams while forgetting the trauma of junior high shop class. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I watched it when I was a kid and I had no aspirations at all. I just enjoyed the process of it and, you know, how it all went together. I was just enthralled by it. I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's see. Hendren says, some peeps got shitloads of money and ain't got a damn clue how to spend it, while the rest of us, yeah, that's true. Gio says, is electroplating difficult? I'm not 100% sure. I've never really looked into it all that much. I don't think so, but I don't know how it would work on, you know, like hobby plastics and things like that. I know you can electroplate plastic, you know, more sturdy plastic like ABS and thicker styrene and stuff like that. But in terms of like, you know, the model parts that we work with, they might be a little thin. I don't know. Place says, I think a pearlescent paint job looks pretty close and gets you close, if not past the shininess of electroplating. Fair. Bill says electroplating has a tendency to warp plastics. There you go. Yeah. Kelvin says, Tim, if you start woodworking, get a table saw and bandsaw. That's how I started. Oh, I forgot to say I do woodworking as well. Yeah, well, actually, I have. Don't get me wrong. I got a bunch of tools. I just don't have great tools. I have a contractor saw, table saw. I do have a nice kind of, 12-inch sliding compound miter saw, and, you know, of course, all the freaking hand tools and stuff like that. Track saw, everything. Yeah, all that stuff to break down sheets and everything. So, I mean, hell, you know, like I said, I built these drawers, you know, and everything, and you know, the cabinets up here, and basically everything, you know, in the studio I built by myself. So, yeah. Let's see. Bill says, no, Tim needs a lathe so he can turn bowls and plinths first. That would actually be fun. I've always been into the wood turning on, you know, a lathe and everything. It just looks really, really fun and kind of interesting. Brian says, Tim, what's one skill within the hobby you're still learning or wanting to try out? Oh, shit. Jeez, I don't know. God, that's a good question. You know, I think the next big thing for me is probably 3D modeling, and you know, printing and stuff. That would be the kind of the next big hurdle, I think, for me. But you know, that's kind of down the line. But yeah, I mean, that would be the kind of the big thing. So yeah. Burke says, Tim needs a mini lathe and drill press. I actually have a drill press. It's actually right back there on the bench. You can't see it. It's just out of shot. So he can make his own custom metal detail parts, like this car modeler I watch. Oh, hell no. Nah, dude. I'm not that into it. Bill says he even has a mini CNC machine. Oh shit, I do, don't I? Yeah, it's actually right down here on the mini bench, the box. It's still there. I need to put that together. Fuck, I got that. You guys gave that to me, and it was fucking thank you so much. And then of course up and had to fucking move, right? So kind of bad timing, but still appreciated. Henry says, I bet it's plot plating. You son of a bitch. Big Terp says, also remember your local library may have tools to lend. Howard County Library has a surprisingly wide set of tools for carpentry, mechanics, gardening, etc. Wait a minute. Terp, are you... Well, I shouldn't be surprised at this by Big Terp, but obviously you're fucking from Maryland then. Imagine that. Wow. I didn't put two and two together. So, there we go. Yeah, haha, LOL, haha, whatever. Get out of here. Andrew, he says evening all. What's going on, Andrew? Good to see you, buddy. We're just hitting people for being shitheads. That's all. Charge Winds, get you a tabletop metal lathe and make some parts. I have one, but my bench isn't set up for it. Oh man, see, I'm not that deep into like the whole metal lathe thing, and just the thought of sitting there and making those little itty bitty metal parts is just like, ugh. When I can just go and raid my stash of metal parts at that point. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. I don't know. Andrew says, question of the day answer, scribing. Once I started testing on the OG Master Grade Regizy. Nice. Bill says, I told them about checking local libraries since at least some have 3D printers for use. Yeah, right? Let's see. Burke says half the chat is gooning for that styrene being still, right? Like, what the hell? Like, you guys are into the torture. I don't get it, man. Y'all are weird, but hey, whatever. Floats your boat, I guess, right? Mikey says, nah, being plot plate heads. There you go. Pff, see? Oh, Brian says, Gunpla is freedom. Shut up. Jonathan says, we're going to make a scratch build competition and call it the Plot Plate Challenge, wink. God damn it. Andrew says, Tim, if I ever see you in person, I'd be like, you need to pop up them plot plating. Those are rookie numbers, man. Yeah. He says, if anyone is wondering, I am a rather non-petite graduate of University of Maryland, a.k.a. the Terrapins. Hey-o! Maryland state animal. Yeah. Weird, right? To have a turtle, basically, as your state animal. He says, I freaking love that challenge. There you go. Chart Twins night, all off to work. I got the metal lathe to make truck parts and to sell them, but I build model cars also, and lots of aftermarket parts I can make rather than buy them. Gotcha. I gotcha. Well, have a good one, buddy. Take care, man. Enjoy work. All right. Cool. So, we're going to plate the plot just for you, Tim. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I hope you all are having as much fun with that as I am. Anywho. All right, let's get to it, shall we? All right, let's go camera 2. Now that it's almost 11 o'clock. God damn it. All right. Andrew, Jonathan starts to wonder if I can convince the gang to make a plot plate award. Jesus Christ. Mike says, all right, everyone, simmer down. Tim needs to get back to plot plating since Gunpla is fucking hell. All of you, you goddamn kids. Every single fucking one of yous. Christ. Burke says, we're having fun with it. That's why we keep saying it. Oh, yeah, I'm having fun with it, too. Blaze says, my nickname is Turtle. Hey, Turtle. So, no, it's not weird for a state to have a turtle as a state animal, in my humble opinion. Yeah, I mean, well, see, the thing is about Maryland, we also have a state sport, and that sport is jousting. Like, what the fuck? Jousting. I mean, mind you, there's always lacrosse as well, but still, jousting as a state sport? Like, I think we're the only state in the nation to actually have a state sport, and we picked jousting? I don't get it. I don't get it. Ay. Henry says the first time Tim busted out the Tamiya plot plate sheets and said, this is styrene sheets only made by Tamiya called plot plate. They are. Plot plate by, guess who? Tamiya. You uncultured swine. Burke says jousting is brutal though. Oh, no doubt. But still, to have it as your state sport? Come on, man. Andrew says, Gizmo, the plot plates be with you. Yeah, right? Andrew says, am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Damn it, Blastoise beat me to it. There you go. Gio says, we got Tim on with the plot plates. Tim, can you give us your opinion on Justin and New Type? Fuck them both. Along with Gunjap. Fuck him too. Remember, kids, I don't talk shit about people. I only talk about shitty people. Anyway, Andrew says, Tim jousting with plot plates. There you go. Texas State sport is rodeo. I mean, but that makes sense, though. Like, that totally makes sense. Like, you know, cowboys rootin' tootin', yeehaw, woo woo, meow, meow. You know, that makes sense. That fits the stereotype, right? When you think about Maryland, what do you think about? You think about crab cakes. And you think about The Wire. Like, whatever. You know? You don't think about jousting. You know? You don't think about that. Like, if I was to say, think of the first state that comes to mind when I say jousting. It's not going to be fucking Maryland. It's not going to be Maryland. Oh, man. Dave B says, just like the Tamiya Scriber 2, that doesn't really scribe. It's more like a cutter. Right? Like, what the hell? Come on, Tamiya. Let's see, Blaze says, I may have to get people to change my nickname from Turtle to Blastoise. There you go. Bill says, both are better than North Dakota, which has curling, the Canadian sport. Yeah, but again, that makes sense. You know? It's North Dakota. Like, you think, oh, it's going to be fucking cold in North Dakota. You know? I don't know. I don't know, man. Gio says, I feel the same way about God Hand Nippers. There you go. Polystyrene or bust. Fuck yeah. Those rowing teams from Maryland. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Renee, if you've ever watched this stream, asked him how is plot plating going. All right. You know what? You know what, Handren? You know what, buddy? This is. You brought me to this! Then you get the double! You motherfucker! Ay, ay, ay. Oh, God. It's definitely off the deep end tonight, kids. Let's see. Julia says, Tim, did you see that Bandai re-released the 1/35th scale UC Hard Graph Core Fighter? I wonder if Bandai is going to re-release all of the other UC Hard Graph kits. That's actually kind of dope. I'm not going to lie. I have the tank, and I have the hover tank. Is that all I got? I think that's all I got. I got the tank and the hover tank, and that's yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Colin says, "LOL, how does one learn to joust?" Right? Come on. Do you have local jousting legends? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. You know, it's just like, here, look. Watch. Here. Check this out, right? Here. Look, this is how you learn to joust, right? That's how. In an office chair with some long dumb thing. Oh my God. Yeah, right? Local jousting legends. I don't know. I have no idea. Are there jousting legends? Somebody look that up. Henry says, ha ha ha. Brian says, clip it. Yeah, definitely. Brian, clip that shit. Yeah, clip it. That's probably pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. Bill says, wait, Maryland has 3 states? Wait, what? Jousting, lacrosse, and walking. Walking is a sport now. Blaze says, Bill, Maryland is just extra. Yeah. Have you seen our flag? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Super extra. Super extra. Burke says, Tim touched his backlog. Bill says, I mean, what? Right? Todd says they're going to be announcing a new Gundam series this month. What? Maybe they're announcing the new Gundam Wing project. Because they're working on that. And it's supposed to be longer than a movie, from what they said. So, maybe. Let's see. Burke says that's the first time in 2 years and the last. Yeah, probably. Colin says, instead of baseball and hockey camps, do you sign the kids up for summer jousting camps? Right? Come on, kids. Let's go get your head bashed in with a fucking jousting pole or whatever. A lance. Yeah. Oh, my God. Brian says, LOL, there's a blue moon tonight. Oh, fuck. Really? Mercury's in retrograde, too, probably. Jesus. Gio says, you start jousting riding a chihuahua. You work your way up to a horse. Oh, my God. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Seeing little kids. Oh, my God. I would pay money for that. Oh, Henry says, yeah, I saw that a new Gundam anime. Time for another shitty design. Let's hope not. Let's be positive. Let's be positive. Bill says, I guess all those videos of guys jousting on bicycles came from Maryland. Yeah, probably, right? With our jousting legends and shit. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, there it is. Whoops. Not the Chihuahua. Todd says, I posted it on the Facebook group. Oh, no. All right, who let this guy in? Jesus. He says, hi, all. I heard you all talking about Plot Plate. Plot Plate is amazing. All right, you know what? For that one, you get this motherfucker. You change your goddamn screen name. Jeez. Who is that even? Let me see. Let's see. Go to channel. We'll see who this is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody actually fucking made a whole other account. Oh. You guys have too much time on your hands. I swear to God. It's funny as shit. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny as shit. He's about to end. He's about to end stream. Good night, everyone. Right? New anime. How will they stuff Exio Rastre into this one? Right? Holy shit, dude. Right? Burke says, "Sue me. I like Wing. It's hilariously super edgelord now. Suits were cool. Terrible story. Hilarious characters. I mean, I can still get down with Wing." Like, yeah, is it cringy a little bit? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And, you know, they kind of got that, you know, My Chemical Romance type of vibe, you know? Like, I get it, but, yeah. Yokero Taco Bell, nice. Plot Plate, but what's wrong with Plot Plate? Jesus Christ. Gary says, back, driving home, but stream on the background. Oh my God, Gary, you have missed a good one. Bill says, LOL, I put him in timeout. Aw, you don't have to, Bill. That's fine. I think it's funny as shit. Whoever made it, I don't know. Edwin's with us. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Morning, Edwin. We're losing our damn minds right now, Edwin, so don't mind us. Hendron with the laughing little guy there. Todd says, next thing we know, Tim will be using his chair the next time. Oh, dude, right? Brian says, it was Gary. He got quiet. Yeah, right? He says, I only put him on a 10-second timeout. Ah, okay. Burke says, I love MCR. Can't take it seriously at all. Hero, the first episodes, just rips that emo Band-Aid right off. Oh, my God, right? Henry says, there is an abridged wing version. Funniest shit ever, I guess. Okay. Plot plate. Wait, what did I miss? Oh, you missed a lot, Gary. You got to go back and watch this one. He says, I bet it was Bill. Gary says, someone put me back on track. Gio says, imagine when Tim gets married and the priest says, Tim, would you accept this woman to be your other half of plot plate to be unified as a single piece of plot plate through magic cement? Holy shit. I'm walking out the church at that point. Like, see ya! Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my goodness. Brian says, just point fingers at everyone, right? Colin says, plot plate. That sounds like a free subscriber, right? Yeah, there you go. Jesus. Gio says, I forgot the name of the plastic cement you used. Plastic. You were close, Gio. You were close. Plastic magic. You were very close. You were very close. Just subscribed. Nice. Gary says, okay, I'll watch it when I get home driving now. Yeah, nice. Plot plate says, I'll make a plot plate bouquet of flowers. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Oh boy. All right. Now, are we gonna do any work tonight, or are we just gonna hit the screen, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see. What the hell? Got like glue on my arm. What the shit? Anyway. Yeah, man, sleep deprivation will fuck you up royally, boys. Henry says, I feel the need for plot plates. Yeah. Tim Stick Slap reminds me of Yoda smacking. That's basically what I was trying to emulate. Just, you motherfucker. Because Yoda was like so pissed at R2-D2 at that point. He was like, get the fuck off of me. Oh, God, it's great. Bill says, but will it be branded plot plate or generic plastic? Right? Ay. All right, anyway, kids, real quick. So where are we with this build, right? I put it together just to kind of give you a bit of an update. That's what it all looks like together. And that looks pretty goddamn good, if I do say so myself. I think it looks pretty damn good. So we still have the chest and torso, the head, and the backpack to do, and we're working on the side skirts. So that's kind of where we are with things. And then, of course, I need to duplicate a bunch of stuff still. Need to duplicate the leg details, the upper leg details. Need to duplicate the details on the shoes. All that part. Let's see, what else? Some details on this little bit there. Yeah, so that's kind of what we have to do. And I think it looks really good. So, there you go. Have a gander. Have a gander, dander. Anywho, let's get back on it. Let's get that little guy right there. Boom. There we go. And let's see. Where's Enrico? We need Enrico here so we can pull out the Buenos noches! Right? Where is Enrico? Damn it. Let's see. Yeah, so we did that. We did that. Gunpla plate? Fuck off, Brian. Henry says by the end of the time night. Tim will dream of claw plates tonight. Jesus. Andrew says, first it was Mecha Decals, next it will be Child of Mecha branded claw plate. You know what? You know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm gonna bring back Chisel Discipline. If you guys remember Chisel Discipline, the design, it was a very good design in my opinion. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make a claw plate design too. Just to fuck with you guys. I'm gonna make a claw plate design, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna have just a white sheet of plastic. I can see it in my head, and just be like, claw plate? Question mark, exclamation point, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think I'm gonna do that. Pla Plate says my Pla has a stronger attachment to the plate than I do to my sleep schedule. Oh my God, right? Tell me about it. Andrew says those Pla plates look hella nice on that Shiki. They do. Brian says Mecha Plate. There you go. Andrew says Tim's Pla Plate brings all the boys to the yard. Oh my God, don't do that to me, Andrew, please. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Pla Plate says a fine bit of Pla Plate detail looking very nice. Thank you. Andrew says that is an awesome idea. Mecha Plates by Child of Plates. I mean Mecha. There you go. Gio says, I hope the person that said that he had nothing to contribute. I hope the person that said that he had nothing to contribute. Pay attention to this. This is hilarious. Just throw shit in here, and Tim is not going to do any work. Oh yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's a nighttime stream. We don't get shit done on nighttime streams. Come on. We haven't done shit on nighttime streams since what? 2021? Come on, man. RoboPlate, Child of Robot. There you go. Foxy! Foxy's with us. He says, hello, everyone. I've been traveling for the past 2 weeks. Nice. So I'm happy that I could catch a stream. Hell yeah, dude. We're just over here losing our goddamn minds. Just having fun and being stupid. Especially with, with that thing. That's kind of my new thing that I just started tonight. So yeah. Buenos Pla Plates. There you go. Comstyrene. Yeah, I love it. Please do it, Tim. Oh, with the Pla Plate thing? Yeah, I'm definitely going to. Andrew says, wait, it's Wednesday. Why is it not Wu-Tang Wednesday? Because my Wu-Tang shirt's not clean. Or else it would be Wu-Tang Wednesday. Yeah. I love Wu-Tang Wednesday. It's for the children. Hell yeah. Plot Plate says, I am so honored to have a design after me. Do I get royalties? No. If anything, you should be paying me royalties. Come on now. Plot Plate t-shirts. Yes. It's going to be the best seller, and he's going to hate himself and everything he stood for. Yo. I swear to God. If that fucking happens, I will lose my shit. It would be hilarious, though. Julia says, didn't you have a shirt that defined Gunpla? I did. It didn't sell for shit, though. So, kind of cut it. Yeah. Haha, Brian. Royalties. There you go. He's happy to catch a plate. Yeah, there you go. Foxy says, when aren't you guys losing your minds? Oh, it's special tonight, Foxy. It's special tonight, bud. Tim's plot plate of Ninetales. Who? Todd says Tim's going to write a book on plot plating. You watch. You watch. Plot plate is for the children. There we go. Burke says we always have styrene with the squares, but we never have styrene that has circles or angles. That's why you got to get yourself one of these. One of these guys. The metal ones. So you can cut the circles and stuff. Plot plate says I'm ordering a shirt for every day of the week. I hope so. I'm going to hold you to that. Brian says I'm going to get it in all the colors. Oh, there will be so many colors. So many colors. Oh, I will make it in all the colors. It'll be like United Colors of fucking Benetton. It'll be the United Colors of plot plate. Blech. Hendra says, Tim, I suggest a design for the t-shirt on the back. It should say, keep calm and plot plate. Oh, God, no. No. That's just, no. Hendren, for that, just stop that. Stop suggesting things. Oh, man. Burke says, I started it with my answer of the day. Oh, buddy. He says, yes, but on the styrene itself. Andrew says, is Tim's book going to have the pages printed on plot plate? Probably. Gio says, I think this is therapeutic. I'm pretty sure everyone has gone through their day, the daily grind, and everyone is having a laugh at something we take for granted after you cut it. Yeah, I mean, it is fun, right? It's fucking fun. Sometimes you just gotta have one of these stupid, dumb, haha fun streams, It's good for the soul, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with you, Gio. I agree with you. That's kind of why I'm leaning into it, you know what I mean? So, Hendra says, Tim, jokes aside, I would contact Evergreen and get them to do a Mecha Plates brand. See, they're so small, I doubt they would do anything like that, but you never know. Julius, any updates on the Mecha Store opening date? Yeah, Julius, I know you came in late. I mentioned it at the top of the stream. I've been working since 4 a.m. this morning. That's kind of why I'm like super sleep deprived right now and kind of acting just kind of like, and just having fun with it. So I'm like this close, about that close, to launching it. I got all the shirts, I got all the hoodies, I got all the hats. I'm getting the stickers uploaded now. Those are such a pain in the ass. The web interface on making the stickers is just really janky and takes a lot of time. But anyway, we're real close. We're real close. Just need to do that and then kind of finalize a couple layout things. And then, yeah, we're ready. We're ready for launch. Then we're ready for launch. So, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. Yeah. So, and if you've not signed up for the notifications on that, shop.childofmecha.com. It's in both chats. Click on it. You'll get a nice big discount code when it does launch off your first purchase. And when I say a good discount, it'll be a good discount. None of this like 5, 10, whatever % bullshit. It'll be good. Trust me. It'll be good. Plot plate says, only color I would get is white so the strip disappears. Hey-o. I'm going to outline it so it doesn't. Burke says, I buy it. I like to cut it up, but only on the chopper. There we go. Brian says, I'm going to update Tim's wiki page. Do I even have a wiki page? I don't think I do. And put maker of the bestseller of the infamous plot plate t-shirt, right? My God, right? Henry likes the idea. A child of Mecha Wiki. Yes. Jesus. Andrew says, I'll say end of July for the store. I hope not. Let's see. Bill says, seriously, Tim, you should see about getting a sanding/filling plate branded for you. Calling it the Pla plate would be for the fans, but not necessary. Holy shit. Would that be funny? I'd get really bent over by Tamiya, I think, because that is their trademarked brand name. Yeah, I don't think that it would be feasible, but it would be funny as shit, right? Be funny as hell. Henry says, Bill, I bet that would sell like hotcakes. Maybe. Lean into it, Tim. Yeah, for real. What? I used to? Seriously? I used to have a wiki page? Who the hell made that? Like, I legit didn't fucking make a wiki page. That's fucking lame to make your own wiki page. Holy shit. Are you serious, Brian? Like legit, are you 100% serious, or are you just fucking with us? Like, I'm actually legit, like, kind of amazed if that was, like, for real. You know? Call it the Pla plate. There you go. Don't worry, I'll put in a good word at Tamiya. Nice. Yeah, because Pla plate obviously works for Tamiya, right? Bill says all the fans would call it the Pla plate, right? Jesus, that would be insane. I would get so bent over by Tamiya, it wouldn't even be funny. Like, straight prison, no lube. Just, yeah. Brian says call it the plate for the Pla instead. Maybe. Brian says, yeah, I'm serious. Henry, Vegeta, and some other American builders were on it, but I guess Wiki deleted a bunch of pages. What? Holy crap, I didn't know that. That's funny as shit, dude. No, that's like legit, that's the first I've ever heard of that. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Might have to go back onto the Internet Archive and see if they have anything like that. That would be, oh my God, that would be hilarious. Henry says, in front of the t-shirt, I would have the Predator handshake that would say, my Pla plate is strong. I would have the Predator handshake. You lost me, Henry. I don't follow. I'm sorry. Brian says this was back in 2023. Holy shit. Huh. Tamiya would slap you with me instead of you hitting the camera. Okay, that's actually fucking funny. Take my strong plate. There you go. Jesus. All right. Anyway, let's try to do some work with Pla plates. Yeah. Look, see, you shitheads have me saying it now. Now, obviously, I'm joking with it, but still, like, whatever. Anyway. Let's see. The 1987 Predator handshake by Arnold. Oh, that. Like the meme. Okay, now I get it. See, when you said Predator handshake, I pictured like the Predator, like doing a handshake, and I'm like, what? So yeah. In Russia, Pla plates you. It's pretty good, Andrew. That's pretty fucking good. Let's see. When Arnold meets Apollo Creed, they shake hands. Yeah. Forgot the actor's name. Oh, what was his name? Fuck. I can't remember. Bill says, I don't see a wiki on the Internet Archive for Tim, but maybe I am looking up the wrong stuff. Oh my God, Bill, if you find that, fucking post it, please. Carl Weathers, Edwin, thank you. Edwin with the amazing assist. And Handren was right behind him, just mere seconds. Mere seconds. So close, yet so far away. But yeah, Edwin with the fucking assist. Brian says maybe deleted due to all the COVID BS being posted everywhere. A lot of wiki got reverted. I saw it gone after a certain time. It was hilarious. My God. I would love to see what they wrote about me. I'm just like a morbid curiosity now. Gio says you find that page under the Pla Plates archives in Tatooine. Yeah, for real. Carl was a great actor. Rip. Yeah, dude, he was. He was really good on Mandalorian. Really good. He played such a good kind of... I kind of term it the good asshole. So good, yeah. Like, he was an asshole, but he had a heart. You know what I mean? That's kind of... Yeah. He also played Chubbs in Happy Gilmore. Yeah. But he said the same thing. He was Chubbs, yeah. Hater says, I bet that, hey, the plot plate hater, LOL. Yeah, for real. Action Jackson, oh my God. That's taking it back. Sheesh. Anyway, what time is it? 11:26? Brian says, I'll see if I could find it. Yeah, dude, if either whoever finds it, like, post it. I want to see it so bad now. He passed away. I guess I live under a rock. Yeah, he just passed away a couple years ago, Mikey. Yeah, it was real unfortunate. He played 2 different characters in Star Wars. Did he? What other character did he play aside from I can't remember his name on Mandalorian? What other character did he play? I don't remember him playing 2 characters. Of course, I'm not like a super huge into like Star Wars and stuff. I know it's fun and I watch it and all that, but yeah. I can't, tell you the names of all the characters or anything like that. Todd says, yeah, last year, I think. Was it last year or was it like 2 years ago? I don't remember. Gio says, you know what time it is? It's Pla Plate time. It's never Pla Plate time. Andrew says, my internet is being stupid. The stream keeps buffering, so I'm going to Pla Plate out. Jesus Christ. Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. What? Always Pla Plate time. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. All right, you kids. Let's try to just at least get a little something done here, Nothing crazy. Just a little something. I don't know. Just feeling squirrely. Am I even on camera? Yeah. All right. Let's go super. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right. So we did all this wonderful plot plating yesterday here. Get that. Am I? Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, perfect. So we did all this plot plating, and I want to kind of bring this guy down just to finish that off here, because this is all this evenness here bugs me. So just want to do a little strip right there. Little strip. Now, to do that, we do need a nice even end. So I'm just going to square this off with the chopper. Pla Plate's bestest friend in the whole wide world. Do that same thing here. Boom. two of those. Oh, boy. All right. Perk says he didn't play Lando. No, dude. He didn't play Lando. That was, shit. That was the Colt 45 guy. Billy D. Williams. I like a nice cold Colt 45. Yeah. Holy shit. Those 80s, those fucking 80s commercials, just legendary. He was such a cool motherfucker in those. Oh my god. Blaze said, Matt Havoc, he is credited with just Grief Karga, yeah. Billy D. Williams was Lando. Yeah. Burke says, yeah. Some high quality ply plating right there, son. Yes, sir. Mikey says, I've been going at sanding these hip joints since the stream started and I'm not making any progress. Holy shit. I'm using 600 grit. Drop it down then. Because honestly, you're not going to get anywhere with 600 grit, Mikey. I'll be honest with you. If you need to remove material or get that smooth, kind of shrunk down, you need something a little bit beefier than that. I mean, hell, this is 180 right here. Now, mind you, it's old, so it's probably not really 180 anymore. It's probably closer to 220, maybe even 400, but still, bump down the grit. Yeah, bump down the grit. Plot Plate says it's because Carl was in the running to play Lando but wasn't chosen. Oh, okay. I remember hearing this while taking a break from the drawers at Industrial Light Magic. Nice. Kelvin says, Tim, not sure if you know it or not, but Airdrop is on YouTube GMK World channel. Was that the one that they made back in 2019? If so, I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember that. Let's see. Todd says, sorry, they look alike. I got confused. All good. Bill says, start at 80 to 100 and move up. Yeah. What GMK World channel? The one on YouTube. Bill says, no, Matt Havoc. Bad. Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the one for 2019. Yeah, I remember that. I guess they went to Gundam Front there in Odaiba in Diver City and took video. I think it was well after the after GBWC. Because I don't know if it's still like this, but back then you would leave your model there for like a month, and it would be on display. All the models would be on display at Gundam Front for people to come in and take a look at, and then they would pack it up and send it back to you. That was always the fun part, because if you didn't pack your shit really well, or if you didn't have a really solid ass model or really good instructions for assembly and disassembly, your shit would get just tossed. I remember one guy, I think it wasn't 2019, might have been 2018. I think it was the guy from Hong Kong. He made that real intricate Char head, and I think it was a Dom and everything. When he got his model back, it was in a cardboard box, and when he opened it, he did a video of it. The whole thing was just, I mean, it was basically like this, just in pieces. Manson, thank you, Andrin. Yeah. His shit was destroyed. Like bad. And that's why every single year, I did whole, like, photo books, like pages and pages and pages of assembly and disassembly instructions, even packing instructions for the case, that I would, put it in and everything. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. Blaze says, what do you think of the GBWC taking a gap year to look at reworking it? That's a question.
We have a question.
As long as they make solid improvements to it, I'm good with it. If they come back with some more bullshit, then fuck it. What's it worth at that point? You know what I mean? They need to revert some shit back, and they need to get their judging in order. They need to allow, third-party detail parts like Kotobukiya and decals like they need to go back to the pre-COVID rules, even though those were shitty rules to begin with, they were better than the current shitty rules. Just saying. We were in the golden age of shitty rules and we didn't know it. Just got shittier. So did the world, but still, I digress. Let's see. Plot Plate says there was Plot Plate everywhere. It was horrible. Yeah, for real. He won 2 times. Yeah. He says I would be happy if they allow more of me in the competition. Jesus. Henry says I think big areas like the U.S. needs to be judged much stricter with live judges from Bandai. Or they just need to go back to holding it at conventions. That would end a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? You got your anomaly in 2018. But then for the most part, otherwise, it was pretty sound judging comparatively to what we have now. So yeah. Mikey says, found 220 grit sponge working nicely. There we go. Hainer says, not some schmuck that works part-time at Hobbytown. Well, you got a point. Kelvin says, no, they pulled the picture off your old website. I should know. I did the same for idea references. Love me some airdrop. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I work on my own website, so that doesn't, yeah, that's not necessarily the same thing. What they were talking about is like a wiki page that someone else completely did outside of me. So, yeah. Let's see. Todd says, oh, he has a question.
We have a question.
He says, have you ever customized a 144 scale? Back in the day, yeah. I just prefer 1/100 scale. My very, very first model was a 144 Gundam Wing no grade V8. And I customized that a little bit, and it was terrible, and I don't even have it anymore. It's in the garbage someplace. I don't know. But yeah, that was probably the last one that I did. No, actually, you know what? I take that back now that I think about it. What do we have here? What do we have? What do we have? Here we go. Right here. Right here. This is still obviously a work in progress, but this was, excuse me, a build that I started back before, obviously, the hiatus. Let's go camera 2 for this. And this was a decent little build. I just wasn't really very into it, but this was kind of the adolescent Gundam Unicorn. Did some really good plot plating on this one. You fuckers. And, some stuff like that, but yeah, did pretty good scribing and everything. Like, especially on the back of the head. Like, that looks really good right there. Yeah. That looks really good. And then, like, these shoulders here, too. You know, highly customized and everything. Yeah, I did this. We were... God, who was it? It was me and Pabs. We partnered up. He did a... what was it? An SD Sinanju Neo Zeong type of deal. He finished his. His was blue. It was beautiful. It was great. And I never, obviously, finished it. Yeah, I need to get back on this. And finish this up. Because, I mean, it's relatively close. You know? I mean, look at those details on the back of the... Right there. That's pretty nice. Look at that. Yeah. And that's scribing on the back skirts. Yeah. And the side skirts. Look at that. Yeah. Hell yeah. And found a good use for those, you know, terribly oversized, over-detailed Bandai hands. They look good on an adolescent style, you know, super deformed-ish. So basically it's the body of the 144 unicorn, and then the obviously the head of the SD and everything too. So yeah, I kind of liked this. It was a fun build. I just wasn't super into it. That's the only thing. Because I was doing this. If you guys remember, we did this. We were working on this during COVID, and I did this during the day, and then I worked on, I guess, airdrop at night on the nighttime streams. And that's during, you know, the time that I was, you know, laid off temporarily, you know, for COVID and all that crap and everything. And yeah, so yeah, that was probably the only real 144 that I'd ever really customized. So yeah, I mean, it's just not, 144 is just not my scale. I like 1/100. So Plot Play says, oh no, would be horrible to go to a con to just to enter. Nah, man, like, that's all I ever did. It's the only reason I would go to a con. Fuck the rest of the shit. Like, I just want to go and enter, you know, hang out with, you know, with my friends and stuff like that. Like, those are some of the best times. I remember going to, like, New York Comic Con, Anime NYC, and holy shit, we had such a good time. You know, it was just really great. It was really great. Henry says the U.S. should be treated in regions. It's too big of an area. It's a fair point. Next he's talking about the GMK video, I believe. Yeah. It's just pics of your site. I am watching it, checking out the plot plate details. Nice. Oh, okay. Tim, where do you display your builds? I noticed that for a long while. Right now, I'm not displaying any of them. Everything is in their respective Pelican cases. And they've been there since the move. So they've been in their Pelican cases for 5+ years now. I don't have a good place to display anything. More's the pity. But I do have all my posters and everything up all around the house and everything. I have big 24 by 36 really nice prints of, you know, all my finished pieces, and I have them hanging. I have 4 in the living room, 1 at the top of the stairs. Yeah, so they're around, you know, pictures are around, but the models themselves are not on display, unfortunately. So yeah, I had to cannibalize my display cabinet and make that into a towel cabinet for my bathroom, because my bathroom, my master bathroom doesn't have a place to put towels, which sucks. So I put that in there, and I'm using that as, place to put towels, toiletries, and all that stuff. So, yeah. Plot plate. Oh, the SDX high grade build. Yeah, someone remembers that. Haha, there you go. Get with the program. We're converting him, right? Need more SD customs with plot plate in this world. Jesus. Haha, Brian. I like that one, Tim. Yeah, it's not a bad little build, Not a bad little build. He's going to figure out who I am by me talking about SDs. I legit don't know who plot plate is. I really don't. Bill says, thought it was that during the day and the Zaku kit bash at night. It might have been. I forget. The Zaku remix was after. Yeah, it probably was. I just remember that was the daytime stream build. Yeah. Let's see. Todd says, I have an RX-0 Maru Shink. I don't know how to pronounce that. It transforms into an SD. Oh, nice. Plot plate pecan prices are pretty high now for one day. Yeah, it does suck. I mean, if you're gonna play, if you're gonna win the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. Look at it that way, And honestly, I'd pay that one day money to have my build properly judged and to hang out with friends, and see people and talk shop and all of that, and just be around my people, my tribe, if you will. Totally worth it, in my opinion. Totally worth it. So, but that's just me. To each their own, right? Blaze says, a master bath with no place for towels sounds like an apprentice bath instead. Tell me about it, right? Well, that's the thing. It's so weird. The master bathroom, when you walk in, toilet's on the right, sink's on the left, and then between the toilet and the shower / bathtub or whatever, there's this like 3.5 foot empty space. And you're like, what the fuck do you even put there? And I'm like, there's no place to put towels. There's no closet. What the hell? So, yeah. I took my my display cabinet and turned it into a towel cabinet. The only thing I had. Mike says I can move the swivel with my hands now, but only barely. Well, it's a start. It's a start, Mikey. Briggsy says, weren't you going to build display cases? I was. Yeah, I was. And then I just wanted to get this fucking place done so I could get back to streaming, honestly. So, I mean, it's still in the plans. I still definitely want to do that because the cabinet that I have, it's called a Besta, not just a Besta, by IKEA. It's good, but it's not necessarily big enough for everything that I need to display in it. Like, AirDrop takes up an entire shelf all by itself, right? The Hummingbird takes up one shelf all by itself. And then it's so tall, it has to knock up another shelf up a notch. So I lose space all over the damn place in that thing. So yeah, by building it myself and customizing it for what I needed to do, it would definitely be better, but different priorities. Burke says, at our local con, we have a modeling room where a bunch of old school builders hang out and build. We've had Colin Cantwell show up, a whole bunch of IPMS winners as well, and just build. It's really cool. That sounds like a shit ton of fun. Build them out, plow plates, thick plates. Out of plow plates. There we go. Right? paint them and everything. All right, speaking of plot plates, let's get just something done. I know it's already 11:49, like we have 10 minutes left. Let's at least get 2 things glued up here, right? Briggsy says, we used to have a closet in the hallway in my childhood home. Same for my neighbor's house. Yeah, right? Daryl, you have missed so much. Shame on you, Daryl. You're going to have to go back and you're going to have to watch this stream because I said so. Damn it. That's my new thing. I don't know. And it's taken off. So, yeah. It's been a fun one. Let's put it that way. It's been a fun one. Oh, fuck a duck. Plot plate would be nice if Bandai partnered with IPMS. Gunpla is big at model shows now. Yeah, right? But Bandai doesn't know their head from a fucking hole in the wall. At least Bandai US, let's put it that way. Which is a shame. Bill says, hey, Cycross, welcome to the Plot Plate Show, right? Yeah, exactly. Hi, Cycross. I am the reasons. Yeah. Burke says Colin Cantwell was one of the original design artists for Star Wars, but yeah, it's super fun. You learn a lot. The group called the Commies, Colorado Modeling Militia, enjoying sci-fi. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Brian says, a question. When scribing on non-flat surfaces or a continuous scribe from one side of a piece to another side, what's the best way to keep similar depth and proper technique to not mess up? It's a good question. So you honestly just you gotta just kind of feel it. You gotta feel it. Say for instance, if you're scribing on something like this, right? The Zaku shoulder, right? And you want to take a line all the way around, right? It's gonna be by feel and by sight. Stop, check your work often. But aside from that, there's no magic way to make sure everything is even. Obviously, you use your tape, all of that, tape that around or, whatever shape that you got. If it's, really complex curves, cut the tape down into thinner strips, increase the percentage of surface contact for for the part and everything. That is crucial, and that will keep the tape in place for the most part. But yeah, I mean, there's no silver bullet, unfortunately. Yeah, good question though. Good question. Yoda, stop hitting his. Tim the Child of Mecha and the Plot Plate Pals. Oh my God. Daryl says, I would love to go to Commie Fest, right? Brian, to me, flexible scribing tape is great for round surfaces. It's a bit thin, but yeah, it can serve. Commies Fest is awesome. Some insane talent in that group. Nice. Wonderfest is my yearly requirement. I would love to go to Wonderfest. Love it. Or like IPMS like nationals and stuff. Would love to go to that. Henry says Tim will eventually bring back mechanism and call it plot platism. God. Burke says I have not gone to Wonderfest yet, but also want to. It's jamazing. That's way funnier than it should be. It's jamazing. Daryl, it's jamazing. I love it! Oh, fucking duck, that's great. Oh my god. Bill says, while still learning, until you get the hang of it, you can put some masking tape on the chisel as a depth gauge. But you are talking really tiny increments. Yeah. Brian says, I'm dealing with a military kit that has surface detail and rivets. Would hate to redo them if my scribe work messes up, since I'm going to do a clean build. Go light with your pressure then, and also your depth. Just go light. Don't go crazy. Get the lines set first. Get your edges set and all of that, and then then you can worry about depth. But don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. Bill says technically you can use your calipers to check with that little deal at the end, the depth gauge. Yeah, but it's usually pretty big in terms of all of that, though. That's the only drawback. Because that's easily at least 1 millimeter in thickness, right? So here's a 1 millimeter strip. Yeah, that's 1.5 at least millimeters. So it would be tough to check it with a depth gauge. So that's the only drawback there. Yeah. Burke says we should get the short bus and go to Wonderfest and IPMS Nationals. I'd be down for that. Jamazing, man. Right? Let's see. Waiting for Brian's comment to come through. There it is. Brian says I'm gonna go a millimeter at a time, I guess. And this kit is old, so plastic is a bit thin too. So I guess it's a game of patience. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Kelvin, question. What kind of model are you working on? He asked that to Brian, so Kelvin doesn't get that we have a question thing. Because it wasn't pointed at me, it was pointed to Brian. It's a technicality. Mine's 0.5 millimeter thick. Holy shit. I don't know what to tell you then. That's crazy. Blaze says the VA IPMS event is just 1 hour from me. Guess I'm going to it this year. Hello. Oh yeah, the what is it? Oh, they have good good events in VA. The Richmond IPMS deal is really good. And I think there's another one up there. I forget. But yeah, they're really, really pretty good. Really pretty good. So, anyway. Alright. Real quick. Let's just glue these two, and then we're going to punch the clock. So, get a little glue on this thing. Put that away. Yes. All right. Get my little needle applicator deal. There we go. All right. Just so I can say I did something. There we go. Very nice. Perfection, even. Alright. And then this side. This is some good plot plating. You sons of bitches. All right, there we go. There. I'm happy now. We got something glued. There. Done. We're done. We're done for the night. That's what you get for watching the Child of Mecha live stream on a Wednesday. When I'm sleep deprived and just cracked out of my mind. That's what you get. ODO. Yeah, it was ODO. Thank you. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate that, buddy, for the assist. Blaze says the shootout one in Salem is the one I'm talking about. Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah. That's what she said, plot plate. Wah, wah. Let's see. Brian says it's the old 1993 Academy PBY Catalina kit. Shit. Told you it was Bill. Nice PBY cat. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nah, my alternate account is just Rushlam. Yeah, exactly. Mikey says, I really wish Bandai didn't rush the QC on this kit. I mean, it's a holy grail kit for most in the hobby. I can confirm I am not Bill. There we go. Berg says I'm working on the Tacom full interior King Tiger. Nice, nice. Kelvin says I raised panel lines, right? My alt account is Tamiya. One Piece, yay, good job, Tim. There we go. Oh my God, right? Jesus, you guys. Anyway. Daryl says, all right, I'll see you all later. Get some rest, Tim. Daryl, definitely go back and watch this one. It was a good one. It was a lot of fun. You know, we shot the shit and everything for most of this stream, but I think everybody had a good time. At least I hope everybody had a good time. I had a good time. Brian says, I'm kit bashing with the old 1/100 high grade Wing Zero, and I'm transforming the wings similar to that of the Justice Gundam for the booster pack. I want a nice scribe line on the split on the wings. Gotcha. Plot Plate says, good night, and may the Plot Plate be with you. Nice. Plow me out of here, Kelvin. Yeah, Kelvin says that. Good night, everyone. All right, kids. Yep, we're cutting and running. Remember, go sign up for the Child of Mecha store. There's still time to do that and get your big ol' discount code for your first purchase and everything. Aside from that, we will be back on tomorrow during the day. I'm gonna go get some sleep. And yeah, we'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow for this, and we'll actually maybe get some stuff done. No guarantees, though, but yeah, we'll see. But you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having fun with us. Appreciate that. One last little beatdown for you guys. And yeah, so have a great rest of your night. Be safe out there. Go build something cool, and stay tuned for the credits. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.